we do this thing, VHS Horror Movie Nights, one Sunday a month. We've been going for a little over a year now, and this month it was back to me. So every month we put in the year from 1970 through 2005, and we random number generate to see what year we get. And from that year, you have to pick out a horror movie that nobody has seen before. And by nobody, I mean everybody in our group. This month, we got the year 1986, and it was my pick. So I picked this lovely movie, Neon Maniacs. I picked this movie based off of the Neon Maniacs themselves. I think it was pretty cool how they had in the trailer it said there was 12 maniacs. So I thought it was pretty cool how there was multiple bad guys, kind of like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, where there was the different clowns instead of just like one normal guy in like a slasher flick, you know what I mean? Where like you kind of know and the suspense is there, but at the same time it's not really there. And plus they all just looked super cheesy. Like these maniacs, the Neon Maniacs, they just look super cheeseballs, super 80. It looks like you can get a lot of laughs out of it, which is kind of like what I'm looking for. Horror movies that are, I don't want to say cult classics, but movies that are along the lines of they take themselves seriously, but that also portrays in a comedic way. If that makes any sense to you guys. Close the door. There you go. Have a seat right in that middle cushion there.
Right here?
Yeah. All right, cool. All right in the shot. Okay.
Right in.
Here we go.
First try.
So, this movie that we have this month is from the year 1986. This is the movie right here.
He's grabbing it.
Kind of just like read it, get a little feel for it.
Out loud?
To yourself or out loud, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'll read it to myself.
Neon Maniacs. Night falls, so do their victims.
Switch on the terror. Slash, Mohawk, Hangman. Thing. Samurai. They're the Neon Maniacs, an unstoppable, hideous incarnation of evil zombies terrorizing the residents of San Francisco.
Neon, because they can be seen in the dark. Maniacs, because they kill at will. Alright. Okay. Living deep inside the Golden Gate Bridge, the Neon Maniacs take to the streets under the veil of darkness. The unsuspecting are easy prey. Children, couples, the elderly, all victimized by these murderous maniacs.
One quiet evening in a dark, desolate park, the maniacs stalk a bunch of teens, killing all but one girl, Natalie. With all evidence of the gruesome incident mysteriously missing, Natalie's story holds little weight with the authorities. But the maniacal carnage continues, and Natalie begins her own investigation. Finally, she discovers what stops the crazed killers. Water.
That's right.
They live in the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right above it.
They're surrounded by water.
She single-handedly lures them in for the kill. But will the Neon Maniacs get to her first? Neon Maniacs. Just add water for the edge of your seat, suspense and terror. That's the cover. Oh god, it's just a black movie, alright.
Well, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
So
I definitely want a pre-rating. So, like, how much do you think you're going to enjoy this on the normal scale of 1 to 10 that we rate these movies?
This could be like an 8. Like, this could be up there for me if it's exactly what it, like, hits the goofy bone in the right way for me.
So I'm gonna say probably a 7. I'm gonna enjoy this.
You're gonna enjoy it.
But it's gonna be a bad movie.
Hopefully a 6 or a 7.
Hopefully. Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as a couple of the movies we watched.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it sounds like it has a decent plot.
Yeah.
You know, and it has, you know, the whole last girl, you know, hero thing like an average horror movie does. But, you know, it all depends. You know, that's what I mean. Like, you never know. Like, one of them might kill her before she kills him.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like it's gonna be at like a 5.
Well, 5.
A 5.
Now why?
maybe.
Now why are you expecting it to be that low?
Well, because there's a lot of different neon maniacs, and you can only do so much with them. Like, I'm sure half of them are gonna be really stupid.
I'm gonna play it safe. I would say probably like a little forecasting. I would say I might be able to give this like a 6.
Knowing what I know about the movie, I think I'm gonna give this probably a 7. Hoping for a 10, but I think this will be a solid 7 for me. What events do you think are gonna occur during this movie? See if you can't predict.
Make some predictions.
It's gonna be stupid bloody. Probably not actually show the kills, but a lot of blood, a lot of like post-death shots.
They're just gonna go down like, kind of like the Wicca West. Like, you know, the Wicca Witch of the West from
Yeah.
it was my melting. I think, you know what I mean. And it's just gonna be like they're just gonna form like liquid puddles, and we're gonna be like,
The stupid ones are probably gonna die right away, and the cooler ones might live a little bit longer.
Are you expecting them all to die?
Yes,
Yeah.
expecting all of them to die.
I just hope it's so stupid that it's funny. That's all I'm looking for in these horror movies. Yeah.
I hope like they kind of give us a few of these examples of carnage, like have them picking off like an old man or something in the park. Like a samurai just walks out in front of like an old woman with a handbag and just slices her down, and you know, blood splatter all over the camera or something. Is that good for me?
That's good. That's good.
Alright.
And then later we'll just have you come back in and you could just be like, what the fuck was that?
I was so wrong.
I was dead wrong.
Neon Maniacs, 1986's classic horror.
Brought to you by Bedford Entertainment and soundtrack on Easy Street Records. Let's get into it.
Now, there are 12 new reasons
Over here!
to be afraid of the dark.
They're after me.
And every one of them is a killer. These are the Neon Maniacs. They live so others may die. Neon Maniacs.
Alright, Neon Maniacs.
Neon Maniacs.
Post. Hit me with it. What'd you think?
I mean, so the movie was weird, right? It was good. Because, like, it was that cheesy 80s horror, kind of like I was hoping it would be. But it had that, like, that weird, goofy, not really organized plot line. The kids are going to try to solve the town's mystery thing. I don't know how I felt about the weird girl with the room full of horrors and stuff, but she did the best job at figuring out the problem, so kudos for that. The romance angle was good because they didn't go too far into it, but it was very disorganized. They didn't know where they wanted to go with it. And then that came to the end, where nothing materialized. The creatures are still interdimensionally traveling and gonna be killing for the rest of who knows when. Or unless it's like a Jeepers Creepers thing where they come back like every 30 years or whatever. But, overall, I'm gonna stick with my pre-rating and give it like a 7.
Okay.
Because I really did enjoy it.
I think it's 7. I think
Okay.
it fell a little short of my expectation. I think that's kind of a little mix of things, but like mostly, I think the ending kind of
The
got me
ending?
on that
Yeah,
way.
what?
no, I liked it. You know, I give it a solid like 7.
Okay.
You know, kind of. I said 6 or 7 before
Okay.
the movie. I liked it. You know, I don't know what anyone else said, but I did like it. It wasn't bad.
All right.
You know, the ending was an average movie that we watch as ending.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, but it's better than a 5, what I rated it.
It's better than what you expected.
Yeah,
So it was a bump up.
yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it still wasn't great. There was some hard cuts in the editing. And I wish the Neon Maniacs were in it more. You know?
Okay.
Some of the acting was pretty terrible. I want to say like a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't fall asleep at all.
I think I'll change my rating from a 6 to a 4.
Whoa. Okay.
What did
Downgrade.
everybody else give?
Downgrade.
Talk about
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it later. Yeah.
It was like there were some funny parts, but it was meh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of just all over the place. Did you have like a favorite part?
Not really. There was nothing that stood out in this movie.
No.
There were a few funny parts here and there, and random bouts of bad acting, but nothing really stood out.
Yo, that guy when they threw the arm out the window, that was like, gotta move out of this town. I loved it. Gotta move out of this neighborhood.
It was fun with practical effects, seeing like monsters melt and that kind of stuff, and just ooze and
The oozing
all
goo.
gooey and stuff. Yeah, and then when they threw that arm off the bus and that dude just standing on the ground, we need to move out of this neighborhood.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, definitely a highlight.
I know when that girl shot that fire hose and just smoked the dude's head off. That was awesome. I was like,
Easily
yo.
one of the best
Oh, yeah.
scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
When they were in the gym and she got the fire hose and shot the guy's head off.
She cut the dude's head off with it.
Yeah.
Absolute worst favorite, like least favorite part.
The ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like how it just like, oh, they're driving on a road and it's over.
And it's over.
Like, I know I called it, but I was like, I'm like, I already know, like, you know, they're gonna jam pack this movie together with creeps and all this and killing, and then it's gonna be a shit ending.
Yeah, there wasn't really much backstory on
Yeah.
what they actually were.
Yeah, it was kind of just they walked around and killed people.
A lot of the movie was too dark. I don't like the darkness of the movies, but I know that's a thing with like the horror movies.
Yeah. Couldn't really see them.
Yeah.
Couldn't really make it out.
And I think it's pretty stupid that they were making out in the science lab, getting freaky when they're about to get killed.
I just don't know how I felt about the ending there, because
Kinda
it's
shocked to hear
so
that.
abrupt. It didn't feel incomplete like last month's movie, but it felt like what happens now, but not in the good way of what happens now.
Left you on a hanger.
Left you on a cliffhanger that I know isn't going to have resolution, and not a good cliffhanger either, because I don't really care what happens.
The ending. That's the biggest like disappointment with these movies. Is the endings are just so weak, always.
Always.
But
I liked a lot of it, but it left me just like, at the end, I guess.
So what happened at the end?
At the end, the entire police force goes to investigate the hideout of the Neon Maniacs. To no avail, they find no one there. But then the police chief goes back in with his cigar and gets pulled into another dimension, it seems. And then they cut away to our main characters, and they say, "This reign isn't gonna last forever." And then it ends.
And then it
There's
ends.
still neon monsters alive, there's still heroes alive.
Correct. Now what?
Yeah, so now what?
Now
'Cause
what?
As far as I know, does not have a sequel, and even if it did, I'd be like, don't you sequel bait me like this. You're not allowed to.
The only thing I have to say though is that one-eyed like lizard monster reminds me of the monster from Scooby-Doo Ghoul School. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about.
Stop.
Come on, the one-eyed
Stop
lizard guy.
it.
Come on.
Stop it.